morning. Mary here at Mary's Heirloom Seeds. This is our greens and things video take 2. We tried to go live and had a little bit of some technical difficulties. So I'm going to try and film this and then upload it to YouTube because that's a little easier right now. If you're brand new to the channel, we recently moved to East Texas. So this entire process has been a learning experience for us once again. We do have experience growing in South Florida and Southern California, so it's not that much different. It's kind of right in the middle of the two places. But I wanted to talk to you about greens and things. In the description section of this video, you'll find a lot of the links that I'm going to discuss in this short video. But I noticed in a couple of the social media groups, I was seeing some brand new gardeners that were a little disappointed in their greens production during the summertime. And I personally have received a couple emails from brand new gardeners, and they're not sure what's happening with their lettuce during the summertime. So it's possible that your greens are not producing because they're bolting, because lettuce in general is a cool weather crop. So it is best planted in the spring or in the fall. And I've been a little bit fall obsessed lately with some of the emails we're sending because fall's right around the corner. It is July 31st today, so we're getting a little closer. If you're not sure when to plant for fall, you're going to use your first frost date and you're going to count back and determine what to plant and when to plant. Down below is our fall planting information, so there's a couple links there to help you get started. Now, lettuce bolts, and that's when it starts to produce flowers, and the lettuce is a little bitter at that point. So it is best planted in the early spring and fall for a cooler weather. There are a couple varieties of warmer weather lettuce or greens varieties, like Malabar spinach, perpetual spinach, Swiss chard, mustard greens. Actually, just about any Swiss chard can produce during the summertime. I've grown it again in South Florida, in Southern California, and now we've got some little starts here. Oh, here it is. This is one of several of our pink flamingo pink Swiss chard, so I'm really excited to grow pink Swiss chard again. A year doesn't go by that I don't plant Swiss chard in my garden. Some are already planted in seed, and some are planted in seed starter pots that will get transplanted into different beds. There's a couple other varieties. Jericho lettuce and Four Seasons lettuce are both a little more on the warmer weather lettuce, but they still do better in cooler weather. They can tolerate a little warmer, but again, they are spring and fall crops. So there's a couple other crops that I haven't really mentioned and I haven't brought up a lot, which is the things portion of our greens and things. By the way, if you're just watching this video and it is July 31st, we have a seed sale going on. We always have some sort of special going on at Mary's Heirloom Seeds. You can use the sort option on our website to decide how you want to sort it, whether you want to sort it to brand new varieties or whether you want to sort by price, which will give you the sale items first. So greens and things, in the description section of this video, there's a link. It does expire on August 6th, 2021. So there's a couple warmer weather crops and cooler weather crops in the things portion of our video. My absolute favorite, I've already mentioned multiple times, is Swiss chard. But Amaranth is both a heat tolerant and a cool tolerant crop. You can harvest the leaves at around 40 days, and then you're going to start harvesting some of the seeds around 90 to 110 days. So I'm growing Hopi red dye amaranth in this garden. I'm just staring at the garden here. And we've got a couple gardens around the property. So red Garnet amaranth is probably one of my favorite as far as production of leaves. They have outproduced all of the other amaranth varieties in our past and current gardens. So red Garnet amaranth is definitely the star. Hopi red dye amaranth is a very old heritage variety, so I'm really excited to grow that, and we've got lots of pictures on our social media for it. It is The seeds are cooked similar to quinoa if you're interested in harvesting those seeds and using those. But I grow it for the lettuce because the leaves are a fantastic summer crop. But I can also grow it for fall. Calendula is another one that can be grown in the spring, summer, and fall. If you want to add some color to your fall garden, Amaranth is beautiful, but Calendula is hands down my favorite. It's not necessarily an edible crop, like you're not going to go out into the garden necessarily and start harvesting leaves, but you can harvest the flowers and make your own homemade products. I know I make, it's called Calendula infused oil, and you can add some different oils to it. It's great if I'm going out in the garden and I don't want to get attacked by mosquitoes. I can slather that stuff on and it works really well. So you would be harvesting the flowers for that. But Calendula seeds germinate in anywhere from 7 to 10 days, and they start to produce flowers in 6 to 8 weeks. Sometimes as early as 4 weeks, depending on your environment you're growing it in. So that would be a really nice fall crop to add a little color to your garden. You can also add chives. Chives are a good, I already have them. Chives are one that you're going to start early on in your fall crops because they do take 80 to 90 days. These seeds were started about 6 days ago, and they're already germinated. They're already popping up. They'll be ready to transplant into the garden in a week or two. So chives are an excellent option as well. You can harvest just the top greenery, or you can harvest the whole thing, and it will continue to produce if you just harvest the greens. So that's always a plus, kind of a double duty crop, but not exactly the way I normally describe a double duty crop. Flowers. You can always add fall flowers. That's part of the things portion of our greens and things. Fall is coming up, so you can definitely plant some greens, but you can also add, again, color to your garden. Fall planted herbs we'll start with. You can add basil, cilantro, sage, parsley, thyme, and even lavender if you have a more mild summer. I'm sorry, if you have a mild winter. It was a little hot yesterday, so we did have to redo this garden, so I've got summer on the brain. Flowers include nasturtiums, marigold, I already mentioned calendula, which is also called pot marigold, cornflower, which is also called bachelor button, and black cumin. All of those are great fall, we're prepping for fall gardens. So those can all be a little more on the faster maturing side if you're interested in growing. So that's it for my fall greens and things discussion here. Take 2. If you have any questions, you can always send an email to mary@marysheirloomseeds.com. Check out the links below. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and hit that like button if you get a chance, and share this video. I'm Mary signing off from our Greens and Things Take 2, and happy planting!